welcome to the third and final part of the masterclass series. So this is the shortest and sweetest part. So we've looked at seasonal affective disorder, or SADS, and we've done a mood boosting rub, and we've looked at the immune system now in light with COVID, and we've made an immune boosting salve. And we've also looked at immune boosting teas, and we've spoken about nutrition, reducing stress. I should also add reducing caffeine and alcohol as well for both SADS and immunity. We've looked at having lots of sex and talked about mindful sex. We have spoken about skin brushing, lymphatic system activation, and exercise. What we haven't done is to put a plan together. And so I want to encourage you guys for this month to have a plan of action for your health and your fitness. So I'd like to ask you guys to get a printable calendar, so you can print like a blank template out, and you want to have that for the entire month, obviously. And each day I'd like you to write in what you are going to do. So for example, your week Monday to Friday could look like Monday and Wednesday exercise with Nora, Tuesday, Thursday a walk, Friday a yoga session. Okay. And then for your nutrition, you can put in, if for example you're doing intermittent fasting, which days those weeks you're doing that. For your mental and emotional well-being, if you're doing meditation, you can book that in. So you can put in 6 a.m. meditation for 10 minutes. You're putting that into the calendar. And then for your spirituality and your energetics, that's really about feeling high vibrational. And that really ties into the self-care, because when you take care of yourself, you feel good. You can talk about you can book in like what you're going to do. So you can book in your bath, and you can book in your, if it's to read a book, or if it's to watch a movie, or to do your nails, whatever your self-care thing is, you put that in. And so you have that in your schedule. So you have at an eye's glance what you're supposed to be doing each day. And then you put that, somewhere visible, and you cross that out every day. Now, what that's going to do is going to hold you accountable to yourself, and you build that relationship of trust with yourself. Because with us, sometimes we don't reach goals because we accept that we let ourselves down. You say, well, I'm not going to eat that piece of chocolate, or I'm not going to have, and I do it. I did it today. I'm going to eat properly, but then you eat something rubbish, and then you're like, well, you just said you weren't going to do that. So like, you can't even trust yourself. But when you take those small steps to work on the micro actions that you set out in your calendar, and you tick those off, like that's just a physical way. It's like a little hit of dopamine that you've done something well, you've done what you set out to do. And I just lost my train of thought, guys. My brain, like right now, is just like so you have that accountable to yourself, but you're also developing that relationship of trust, because when you see yourself doing something and you put it on paper and you're actually getting it done, you are showing yourself that you can do what you say you're going to do, and that just feels really good. So figure out what your schedule is going to look like this month. I know that last month it was our first full month back together, and the times were a bit iffy for some people. It was just a lot going on. So now that we're back into our second month, I want you guys not to just come and exercise with me. I don't want that. I want you guys to have a plan, and exercise with me is part of that plan. And you know what you want to accomplish in your journey. I am going to ask you guys to send me your top 3 goals for the rest of the year in terms of health and well-being and fitness. Okay, so health being, nutrition wise, well-being being mental and emotional, and your fitness obviously is exercise. So what do you want to accomplish in each of those areas? I'm going to ask you guys to send me those goals so I can see how I can support you with that through my platform. But create your plan for this month. Write down what you have got to write it down. I'm always a believer of pen to paper because it's a physical commitment. Like, you're physically committing to that. Write down what you want to accomplish this month. I'm going to also encourage you guys to take a before and after picture. Like, so take a picture for this month if you haven't already. Like, I'm going to shout out Gina, because her before and after was amazing. Also Maria, who's not in this program now because she's pregnant, had an amazing transformation as well. And it's just the small acts, take a picture, see where you are now, and you look at that, and you'll see the difference. Like, all of you have done really well. All of you have done really well in your own respects. But I want you for November to have a plan of action. So we're working with fitness, with me being a part of that plan, and I can help you iron out any areas that you need to consider tackling differently. And that is the third part of the series. So we've got SADS, we know how to address that. We've looked at the immune part, we know how to address that. We know exercise, sleep, stress, and good food are important to each of those areas. Now, how are you going to build that into your regimen? That is the third part, and that's where I'm going to hand it back over to you. So I just wanted to thank you guys again for being part of my community, for your encouraging messages, for showing up to class, for giving it your best shot, for all your honest feedback, and for your recommendations. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to continue to grow and develop so that I can continue to give you guys my best, and I can show up with good, genuine, authentic energy, and really try and work with each of you so that you accomplish what you have connected with me to accomplish. So I love you all. Thank you again, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic November ahead. All right, I'll talk to you soon.